hello, hello. Let me just lower the music down a little bit. Welcome to a Wednesday workshop. Let me just check everything's working okay. I think we're working. I think everything's doing what it should be doing. My microphone's bouncing up and down. Music seems to be playing. There seems to be people there. So that's all good. U-Star Gamer, Retro Skelly, hello my friends. Let's see if the chat box kicks in shortly. This thing here is playing silly buggers with me. There's always something that doesn't quite want to play ball, isn't there? So let me see if this lets me back in so I can bring up YouTube on here. But yes, hope everyone's good. We will crack on with the painting in this second. Let me just do the bits and bobs. Hope everyone's had a good Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, yeah. Obviously I haven't logged into this computer for some time because it's kicking up all sorts of errors. I literally only use this computer in front of me here for when I'm painting to have stuff and stuff like that. But yes, we will be cracking on with this guy. We sort of, last time I streamed, we were actually painting this kind of mad professor guy. So I want to get him finished this evening and then maybe even start another one. So that is the current plan. It looks like we're logged in now, so I should be able to bring up stream on here. Perfect. Yep, it's working. Excellent. Okay, cool. Just share voice word. Thanks, mate. Cheers, Skelly. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, let's crack on then. Let's have a wet palette sheet and just start painting because I want to try and get as much done tonight. So this will be a proper chill stream. Guys, let me know if the music's too loud, not loud enough. Be something nice in the background. Yeah, I'm just gonna get my wet palette sort of prepped. And sounds good to me. That sounds very good. Jolly good. Jolly good. So yeah, we're gonna crack on, get this guy finished, and then we can start the others. Because I've got 3 of them here. And that's before I even start on the new faction. So yeah, been very lapsed in my painting. Let's go back to using my fancy new brushes that I said I'd never use, and I'm now going to start using. By the time I actually go to use them, I probably would have given up painting or something. So I might as well start using them now. So yeah, let's go. We were kind of into like highlighting of this guy, wasn't we? That's what we were doing. We were going to jump into some highlights and stuff. Yeah, how's everyone else been? Good days? No, there's no football on tonight. Actually, I think aren't Arsenal playing tonight, aren't they? So when I say no football on that I care about. Probably got a little shade lighter than that. Oh, it's Women's Champion League. Okay. I saw Arsenal's name pop up in the fixtures and stuff, so it's the international break, isn't it, again? Does feel like there's a lot of international breaks on stuff, isn't there? Plus the new format of the Champions League. And the number of games this year are going to be significantly increased, isn't it? It seems to be like an awful lot. Oh yeah, we never decided what I was going to do with the trim on this guy's sort of apron thing, did we? So I need to think about that as well. Still tired from the weekend. You start going, well, yeah, you had a busy one, mate. Fair. Some of these paints haven't been used in so long. I need to get my little my doohickey. Here's my little vibrator. Here it is. I don't know if people have all seen this, but I have this vortex mixer. And, you stick your bottle in the top there. Vibrates it like hell. Yeah, there we go. Because I've got little steel balls in me paint pots, it gives it a proper good shake up. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with this trim on his. I could leave it white. I could just highlight it up from currently is. Not terrible. Even his sort of white shirt here could be. I've mostly been planning and researching things for moving forward. So, yeah, you haven't been bugging me, mate. You're all right. That's all right. There's one thing I'm happy to do is talk about tech, and no one ever asks for my opinion. They'll always get it. I'm not shy about hiding my opinion. Most things in the tech world. But I do want a little bit of I use here. I could use a grey, I guess. Maybe a basilicum grey. Okay, that feels like that's dried up. Is that dried up? Oh my goodness. My basilicum grey. Oh no. The lid hadn't closed on that properly. So I have a completely dry pot of basilicum grey. That sucks. Bloody Games Workshop pots are not closing properly. Well, I won't be using basilicum grey. I'll find something else. Oh dear. So I must remember, because I also need some skeleton horde. So I need basilicum grey and skeleton horde next time I venture out to the shops. So what I will do then, I'll simply use. I've got some nulling oil up here. Go old school. So this is still Moonstone, right? How many more Moonstone figures have you got to paint? Well, in my current collection, these were the only 4. So these 3 down here and this one. But then the Kickstarter came through for the latest faction, of which I got the entire set. So that's about another, I think it's at least 20, 25 figures. Yeah. But it's an entirely new faction. So the game originally only had 3 factions in it. They've now added a 4th faction, which is very undeady and spooky. So I might cheat and come up with a paint scheme. I've always wanted to do like paint scheme using like these sorts of colours, like how do I describe it? A bit like Lord of the Rings, the Ghost Army in Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. So yeah, these sorts of translucent, like this flame wraith green and things like that, Serac glow, and do something that's quite more ethereal. So I might cheat, see if there's something I can do there. I've done it once before with some Shadespire. It wasn't amazing, but it's maybe something I could work on and give another go to. So yeah, we'll see. But I thought something a bit more ethereal might be quite cool. So yeah, we'll see when we get there. I think I want to pull off or not. I do want some, like, not Bugman's glow, but I could lighten it up a bit. I've got Cadian flesh tone, so need some bit more pinky. Hello, Chef. Hello, mate. You alright? Just home. I'm doing some very long hours, mate. Right. So, in places his skin is quite dark, and I'd like to try and actually paint on camera, because that's quite often what happens is I drift off the camera as I get closer to my eyes. No dipping this evening. You do love to see me dip. I will do it. I will to be honest, it's a technique that you kind of do when you can't paint. And I'm not saying all of a sudden I'm some sort of amazing painter, but dipping is very much for the, if you can't paint, dip. I said I have dipped plenty of miniatures in my time. Entire game called what the bloody hell was it called? Oh, I can't remember the bloody name of it now. Anyway, it was all animal based, anthropomorphic animals, whatever the saying is, like Wind in the Willows. I dipped that entire game, and that was that came out really well actually. I was quite surprised how fast you can get good results from using the old army painter dip. Thanks, mate. My reputation is, of course, important. Yeah, so where their paint's sort of dried, he's dried very dark. I want to just try and lighten up the fingers and that. Might go even lighter on the fingers. That's his baldy head. Any chances you would paint any Space Marines? I mean, I've painted many Space Marines, mate. But yeah, I can definitely paint Space Marines. Painted. I've got some over here. I'm gonna get these wrong, but these are ones I painted not long ago. Some. What are they called? Oh bloody hell, I've got a whole box of them. I want to say Silver Templars, but I don't think they are Silver Templars. But yeah, I've got loads of Space Marines, mate, that I've painted up over the years. But yeah, they're just not that exciting to paint, that's all, mate. Yeah, so I've painted lots of them. I've got loads of Dark Angels, all sorts. Nerdy Geeks, yeah, I have got. Yeah, I mean, I don't know when that'll get painted. It will get painted. I mean, there's so many. There's only so many. Oh, because of the new game. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yes. To be honest, we don't play, neither me or James play Space Marine faction in any game. I do have armies of it. I have a Dark Angels army. I have some Black Watch. No, what are they? Oh, Death Guard. No, hang on, not Death. Yeah, all the names are going out of my head. This happens to me all the time. There's so many names of different things I need to. Anyway, I've got loads of different Space Marines. Just don't often get them out because I don't really play them that often. And most of the time, if I paint them, I'll paint sort of. I'm just going out of focus. Does that? Yeah. Most of the time when I paint them, I'll just do what's called kill team type size. Do we dare to try and do this bloody... I'm just putting it off, so... I need a gold. I need a good gold. Have a look. What have I got? What have I got? It's a good. Grab this one. We never finished it. So yes, I was painting this miniature before, and I never actually finished it. So tonight we're just doing highlights and stuff, and we should be able to finish this miniature. Oh, wow, that needs a proper mix. Hang on a sec. Yeah, so what I'm doing on him now, once I can get into focus, is you're not going to get to focus. It's just all the highlights on everything. I won't do the bases on stream because the bases are always the same for this set of miniatures. But we just got to do like the face, the bag on the back, and other bits and pieces. I think my little thing's running out of steam. I need to plug this thing to charge it. Right, we're going to do something that may go completely terribly wrong. We're not going to use this gold. Has gone. Right, we're not going to use that. We're not going to use that. We're going to use yellow instead. Then we won't go with gold. We'll go with yellow. I need to sit here one day and just put some music on or something and shake all of my paints. Because some of them haven't been used for such a long time. Well, they just need a really bloody good shake. So, see if we can get this one rocking. Even that one's very watery. This isn't going well. See if I can get it go manual. Jam something in there, see if I can mix up the paint a little bit. Oh yeah. Must remember to never buy any more GW paints. Christ, that one's gone as well, yeah. I'm really getting bored of these paints drying up over time when you don't use them. How annoying. How annoying. Let's find something else. Let's find something else. Oh, Big Brother. Oh, gold. Oh, yeah, yeah. You won't catch me watching Big Brother. Jesus. Oh man, I'm having a nightmare. I'm discovering that a lot of my paints dried up. There's another one that's dried up. Wow. This one sounds positive. You can actually hear the paint moving in this one. I'm gonna definitely move on to another brand. There's no way I'm buying these again. Right, we have a yellow. Huzzah! We have a yellow that actually comes out. Right, this is going to be... I'm going to need to concentrate here a little bit. Because this is some tiny, tiny stuff. So I'm going to try and paint the detail on this little... I might even go with a smaller brush. Let's break out something tiny. I've not tried that. I've never heard of that being a technique, chef. Could work. Got some paint thinner in maybe, or paint whatever it's called, medium. That could work. Right, I'm going to do this as more of a suggestion because, my goodness, the little tiny bumps here are tiny. I think this is I'm going to do this as more of a suggestion of got this kind of golden stitching going on. I do not have the eyes to be able to see that. That's okay. It looks okay, just as more of a suggestion of what's going on. Now what I'm trying to do here is just catch. There is like a pattern on his like tabard there, what you want to call it. So I'm trying to capture it as best I can, but there's like an eye in the middle and then some raised areas, so very, very tiny. Yeah, warm water might work. Yeah, he got sent them all, didn't he? Yeah. There's loads of new brands out there. I'm not quite that lucky that I get sent an entire paint brand by a company. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't say no if someone wanted to send me a whole paint selection. But yes, I'm afraid I am no Slimehouse TV. You know what? That's not too bad. I'll take that as a semi-win. Some of this watered down bright yellow. Almost give it a highlight in some place. There you go, like that, yeah. Uh, he's going on the back, big brother. Oh mate, I've been painting miniatures for like 7 years. If someone was going to notice me, they would have noticed me by now. I've been streaming painting for quite some time, so that's fine. Right, okay, I quite like that. That's gone all right. It's not amazing, but it's all right. Whip away some of this additional paint. Kind of given the suggestion of there being some sort of, you know, golden or some other thread going on in that little resting he's wearing. Right, I would like a blue. Nice. Yeah, Longest Day is a great movie. Certainly better than watching Big Brother. Okay, I now would like light brown would be nice. Xandri Dust has always been quite reliable. Oh yes, I saw that earlier. Yes, the Making of Worms video going up. That'll be an amazing video. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to maybe tomorrow go through my paint collection and move a lot of this on, because I think a lot of this, just through, you know, ultimately I haven't painted and used these paints for a long time, but some of them would seem to be completely knackered. I'll break up the paint and put a bit of medium in there, see if I can shake them back to life, but fortunately I don't think that's going to be possible. Like I will be on the hunt for a new paint set. Maybe I should be cheeky. Maybe I should reach out to some of the brands and say, hey, this has happened. Oh yeah, huge, yeah. Well, he doesn't do like loads and loads of content, right? Because he only needs to do a couple of videos a year, maybe. But not many. That sort of style. Right, trying to crack on through this. Problem is, it's all the highlight colours that I want to use. Like, it's all well and good. All my contrast paints are fine, but it's all the layer paints that seem to, in the past sort of 6 months of not being used much, have all just dried up like you wouldn't believe. Luckily, some of them are okay, but there's an awful lot that just aren't. Not really. You know what? I'm going to chance my arm tomorrow. I'm going to message some providers. Well, I'll have a look and see who's doing good stuff. Can't do any harm, right? Don't ask. Don't get. Worst that someone could say. Nope. A devious thought came into my head then, just because it would be funny. I should start a Patreon to get my paints funded. That's not. I get told re-begging. Don't clip it. Right, I now want to add a little bit of. I'll go with it. Striking scorpion green sounds pretty awesome. I want to water this down because I do want to just. I don't really want to put too much in, but just. I sort of wipe it away with my fingers afterwards. Some green into this smoke that's sort of coming from the bottle. There you go, just like that. Just so there's a little hint of green in the bottle. Where's my white? I had a white out earlier. I mean, hey, I had it before. You know, at the company that very kindly sent me the mods for my Switch and stuff like that. So sometimes you don't ask, you don't get, right? Okay. I am happy with this. It's coming along. Let's see if I can catch his eyeball. Not going to try and do anything clever there. I'm going to just paint his eyeball and then probably just leave it like that. But the smallest hint of a wash in there afterwards. Some of these teeth got a big old grinning smile. I'm sure that's because he's had to blow something up or do something dastardly to somebody. I wasn't sure about this white trim, but I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to go with it. And try and get you a close up there of him. So he's not far off being done, really. Like I say, you know, good. Only look to do like a tabletop stand. I'm not trying to win awards with my painting. Does it look good enough to be played on the table? And this is definitely entering that territory. Right, I do want something. I want a technical paint. I want a gloss varnish. That's what I want. That's what I blooming well want. Hope that's not dried up as well. Where the dickens is it? I moved it down here. Not sure if you saw that I typed there. It's only to okay. Yeah, because the video's not until the 20th or something, did he say? The hard coat one I want. Pretty sure. The hard coat or the storm shield. To give things a bloody sensible name. One of these is, I think it's the hard coat. Is a gloss varnish. Although, to be honest, I'm gonna have to redo it anyway because I'm gonna varnish this miniature anyway. I want the bottle to have shine to it. Bottle. I'll have to redo this when I've varnished the miniature anyway, because I'll matte varnish the miniature. So I'll just remember to come in afterwards and put hard coat down on the bottle again. Also a little dab on it. Let's break out some, let's just blacken the base. And then we can see what he looks like. As always, guys, I always appreciate anyone hanging out, and some of them not the most interesting of streams, but it's nice to just chill with people, paint a miniature. People out there that are also painting miniatures, it's always nice, or doing whatever you're doing, just chilling. So always for me, it's a little bit for me is chatting away to you guys. Really does help me just paint miniatures and to get things done. Yeah, so he will get the same base as the others. So if I grab another one, yeah, so all I do to them is, like with this guy, is sort of rough ground. It's like mud and bits of twig and stones and stuff like that, and then these tufts of like magical grass. And the story behind that is the ground's become infused with Moonstone. It's a magical material, magical stone, and it's had an effect on the plants and stuff. So I do these colourful tufts of grass as if like it's taken a magical effect on the grass. So yeah, so he'll get the same as that basically, and then obviously just paint a brown rim around them because it just looks nicer on the table. Yeah. So this guy is pretty much done. So let's move on to another miniature. Let's keep the momentum going. Take him off and put him there to dry. Grab this fun little guy. Let's grab a completely new miniature, and this time we've got this kind of mushroom goblin guy. I think he'll be fairly easy to paint, I think. Now, I have got an orc flesh, but he's not quite an orc. I want to do him a bit more fun than that. Mantis warrior green, that might be quite nice. And I could do him a different colour. I do most of my goblins kind of green, but you know, goblins do come in other colours. Yeah, well, the Moonstone is very inspired by Labyrinth. I mean, to that point, let me show you this one. I think you've seen most of these before. I mean, if that's not inspired by Labyrinth, I don't know. Even has command over the rocks. Yeah, so very he turned out quite nicely, to be honest. I quite like him. Believe it or not, I have actually painted a set of Labyrinth figures. I painted them for a friend who bought the Labyrinth board game, and he asked, well, she asked me to paint it, so I painted David Bowie. What's her name? What's the female? What's the actress that plays a female? I can't remember her name. Loads of stuff, but yeah, her, and then we had Sir Didymus and the rocks guy. I can't remember the name to go out of my head. Well, yeah, it's very very much based on that kind of world. Dark Crystal as well. Whimsical, fun times. Oh yeah, I like this green. This green's a fun green. Ludo, that's it, Ludo. Smells bad. Ludo. Ambrose the dog, yeah. Yeah. Ambrose. Yes, it was Sir Didymus, wasn't it? Sir Didymus was the dog. He's yeah. Rode his dog into battle, didn't he? No, sorry, he was more of like a, what was he, like a fox or something, was he? Or was he just another dog? But he was like a fox cross dog thing, wasn't he? Sir Didymus. He rode in on the back of Ambrose. A bit awkward to get to the back of him here because there's mushrooms right over the top of his head. Poke me brush through the holes and hope for the best. Yeah, Fox or York or something. Do you know the girl in that is like? Yes, yes, it is, isn't it? I mean, she's done tons of films, hasn't she? She's one of those kind of like childhood of actresses that's done so many films. But yes, she is the love for interest in the new Top Gun movie. She's done TV series recently. She's done all sorts, and she's been doing movies and TV her entire life, hasn't she? Ain't her first rodeo. Need a bit more of this green. He's a fox terrier. Yeah, that probably makes sense. He had Hoggle as well. Hoggle. I mean, the fact that the company that makes Moonstone is called Goblin King Games is probably not a coincidence. There we go. He's got very quick goblin green skin. Yeah, Chef, you're not. Sorry, Lee, you're not wrong there, mate. You're not wrong. You Chef then? I mean, Chef's not even here. Don't even know why I talk about it. Comes in and then he's gone like a thief in the night. Right. We need some mushroom colours. Clearly, I'm going to have a big red one on top. Have a big red mushroom on top. I'm just going to get like the base colours down for the moment. Probably the most predictable colour, but I'm okay with that at the moment. Right, we now need some other mushroomy colours. I'm going to go with this blue because it looks nice. Crash Test UK, hello there. Thanks for coming in and saying hello, hello. Right, we'll do might not be a very strong blue. Yeah, it's a very light blue, but that's okay. Might need a couple of coats. Should have realised it is called glacier blue, so it probably is very see-through, like a glacier. We need another colour here. What's going to go nice with that? Those two. I mean, I don't really want to do a green because he's already green. Do some bad moon yellow. That sounds like a good idea. Luck's been getting me brush around there. We'll try and... What I will do is when I've kind of got this colour settled, we'll do is just jam in some dark colours in the back in there so that I can... I ain't going to get a brush back there. Ideally this mushroom would have come off and I could have painted the miniature then stuck the mushroom back on the top. I suppose I could have cut it off, but not ideal. Yeah. Yeah, this all looks a bit rushed, but that's okay because we're just getting base colours down, so we're just getting the lay of the miniature. Everything blocked out, and then you can come back and tidy up or change things if they don't work. Uncle has put on Facebook that he couldn't get out of Florida. They're having to hunker down. Yeah, I've seen the news, mate. It's not good. Got a friend who, well, actually, we all know. He comes in here, Jim. When he comes in, he lives in Florida. He lives in, is it Fort Lauderdale, which is a bit further south, I think. And he's saying, yeah, it's not good times. But I messaged him today and just said I hope he's safe and stuff, but yes. Be tough couple of days by the sounds of it. And then hopefully the aftermath isn't too much, but not going to be fun for a few days after that. think they said by the time it hits landfall, it won't be category 5. By the time it hits the land, it'll still be a category 4, which is still obviously very bad. So, bloody hell, is it 5 to 9 already? Crikey, where did the time go? I'm gonna do this to 9:30. At least we did make good progress. We have made good progress. We have got a miniature finished, and that's important. So, all the other little bags and stuff, I'm going to do different colours. That's all fine. I need some grace here. I need some. No, I do need some grace here. I always think I don't use many paints, and then by the end of the night I look to my left and there's just about 25 different paint pots that I've opened. And lucky, so my uncle has put on. Okay, yeah, okay. See, plus the hotels are booked up, so they're stuck there. Oh, mate. Well, I hope they stay safe, mate. Wonder if the situation with size changed at all, and whether he's have to get him back or not. I think I'd be trying to get out of there if I could. Driving up to Jacksonville or something like that, maybe, or you can go south to Miami or north to Jacksonville and leave if you could. I don't know. Or we wait for it to literally blow over. Whatever happens, I just hope people are safe. So Matt Skelly has been putting together a new company website for himself. It'll be easier for me to say than for you to type it, Skelly, so that's why I'm only saying it. peer reviewing, that was what I was doing. Yet to send Skelly my my hourly rate, so I'll make sure I do that. Asked me to peer review. He didn't first of all clarify Although he's a filthy contractor, so he can easily afford it. To be honest, that should mean I should probably up my rate with that sort of knowledge. This is a fantastic green for goblin skin, I must admit. Now I've gone straight into highlighting on it just because it's so easy to get a nice piece out of it. Like it's a really nice green. Now, how far am I from Wembley Stadium? To be honest, Wembley Stadium's a pig's ear to get to for me. But probably hour and a half. Yeah. And it's only because driving on a clear day probably an hour. Public transport probably an hour and a half. Obviously, Wembley is much more North London, isn't it? I've been there for many events and stuff like that, but it's never fun. Like, Wembley is terrible when it kicks out. Right, I need another colour, and I'm going to go with this sand dunes. Because I've got like the stalks and everything I want to do. I'm worried it might be a bit too brown, but I'm kind of just going to get it in there and probably use it more like a wash. In all of these places, all of this kind of like back junk he's got going on here. Yeah, that is a technical term, back junk. Then sort of like come back to it in colours. It can serve as kind of like the sort of undercolour of it all, and then I can highlight up from that. So kind of just coat everything underneath the mushrooms, stalks, all this kind of gross stuff on his back, so that I've kind of got a dark in there, and then I can highlight up from it. Yeah, that's alright. I like that. That's fine. That's fine. Right, I now need a different ground for all of his. Yeah, we've been there for different events and stuff, but like I say, it's just a real pig to sort of get out of. We're actually in Wembley in a couple of weeks' time. We're going to go and see the Jaguars, Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Patriots. Going to the NFL. Like the 20th of October, I want to say. We've booked a driveway. I'm gonna drive, and thing called Just Park, and you can book people's driveways, park on people's driveways. So we're gonna park about 5-minute walk from Wembley Stadium, and just walk over, and then at the end of it, leave and walk back and get back in the car. And even if we sit in traffic, it'll be totally worth it. Yeah, Just Park, yeah. We've used it a few times. We used it when we went and saw Saracens play Harlequins at Tottenham Stadium, because Tottenham Stadium is also a nightmare for public transport. So I think it cost me about 30 quid park on someone's driveway, and it was like a less than 5-minute walk from the stadium. Which, when you sort of add up, train fares and back and all that sort of stuff, this was totally worth it. So we've done the same here. We're gonna park at Wembley. Now this guy has got a shock of hair in the back of his head here. We'll try and... some tufts coming off the back of his ears. where is was it Wildwood, isn't it? There it is, Wildwood. Kind of just trying to whiz through this bit so that I can get it in a state ready for highlighting and tidying and all the rest of it. That stage where it always looks super messy. Yeah, Skelly, I assume that means if they're moving you because they can fix you and that's the place to go get fixed. Really hope that's the reason. Unless they're fed up of you using all the internet broadband. God, this guy's got... We've got to get him out of this room, guys. He's just creating the network. Alright, that's what we'll do for now. And then we can keep going around, and everything's been kind of blocked out. We've got everything's got a little bit of colour on it. It's a good place to get to. Some black on the base just so we can frame it for the moment. Right, so we've got loads to do on this guy, because obviously all we've done really, let's see if I can get better light on it. Can we get better light? There? Yeah, so all we've done really is just block out skin, the sort of clothing, the mushrooms on his back, and so on and so forth. So he's just in that stage where now I can go back through and add any basically just go through the whole process now of highlighting it and bringing out any details. But there we go, we've kind of got the base done. We've got the base of him done. So yeah, I think that's probably a good place to pause it. I think we've got this guy who's pretty much dry now. Need to add another coat to his base, but I don't need to really bother doing that because I'm going to paint it brown anyway. But you can see there we caught the apron. We've done the rest of it. We've got a bit of a shine going on the bottle, so it looks like an actual glass bottle, or as close to I can get one. Got his nice purpley trousers on and his bright orange hair. He looks like a mad scientist, and that was kind of the objective, was make him look like a mad scientist. I need to get a better light than this. But yeah, there we go, the mad scientist guy. So we'll do the base on him and we'll finish him up, and I'll probably put a picture up on the channel at some point later this week when I've done that. I'll base him tomorrow so he is finished and can go on the table. And then this is the next guy to be done. So next Wednesday we'll get him finished. And then we'll start another one. So hopefully each session we should finish one and start one. So and that'll get us through. So probably in 2 weeks' time we'll have all of these done, and then we can either paint something completely new before we start the big Moonstone project. There is a couple of things I want to paint. I've got a really big miniature that I do want to paint, but I need to talk to a guy called Warren over at ontabletop.com, because it's his miniature ultimately. So yeah, he sent me this massive, which is all made of metal. This is a metal miniature. Look at the size of it. Look at the size. That's what we just painted. And these are resin, and this is a metal miniature. Oh, you can go. He's even come off his base, and I'm lucky he didn't drop that. But you can see, yeah, look, he is a big boy. So, yeah. I really want to get to paint him. So apparently it's a very rare model in this format. You can buy it in plastic, I believe, but this is quite an old and rare to have miniature. So yeah, Warren, you're never going to see this stream, but we need to sort out when we're going to paint this, because I need to paint him. That'd be an awesome one to do. Awesome one to test some new paints out on, if that was to ever come to fruition. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. We got some job done. We got some work done. That's what's important. We made progress on some miniatures, and that's all that really matters. So that's all good. Thanks to everyone that's been hanging out in the chat. whether you dropped in, said hello over on Twitch or on YouTube, or even if you didn't speak and you just sat in the background and watched, it's all support and it's all much appreciated. So yeah, if you haven't and you fancy doing it, give the channel a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe on YouTube, whatever. None of these things cost anything. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'm going to hit some buttons and I will see you for Monday Night Retro. I am going to do a channel update on YouTube. I just need to get in the frame of mind to do it. There's so much that's gone on in here. And yeah, I will see you next Monday for Monday Night Retro, next Wednesday for Wednesday's workshop. And sometimes there'll be impromptu streams if I get time to sit down and paint. I actually really want to crack on with some of these things. I am going to have to go through all of these paints. That's really annoyed me that a bunch of these have dried up, because each pot's 3-4 quid a paint, right? So that's not great. But anyway, guys, speak to you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.